Thank you. So I'd like to open up with a question. How many of you always wanted to do something, know you could have done it, but for some reason still didn't do it? I remember it like it was yesterday. The plane lands, the doors open, and the heat hits me. I'm in Chennai, India. A lifelong dream of teaching and living abroad come true. And like anybody who just got to India on their first day, on their first morning, what they would want to do, I grabbed my bag, my mat, and I decided to do some yoga on the beach. I found a nice little spot, put my mat down, got in position, and just soaked in the sun, the breeze, and the birds. And then to my left, I started hearing this rustling noise. I opened up my eyes, and about 6 inches to me is a gentleman digging a hole. I looked at my fiance, and we're stunned. We've never seen anything like this before, but that was just the start. He's digging the hole. He then squats over the hole and proceeds to go to the bathroom. At that point, as you could probably assume, we were speechless. We didn't know what was going on, but we knew it was time to go. So we started leaving the beach, walking back to our new home, and an older gentleman walks up to me, dressed very traditional, like a guru. He puts his hand on my shoulder and he says, "Son, you are unique, just like everyone else." So I'm stunned, just like everyone else. I thought I was unique. I got receiving this advice. This gentleman's going to the bathroom. I didn't know what was going on. I was completely out of my comfort zone. I knew that from this point forward, I was going to have to figure things out. Life took on a whole new level of excitement. I was exactly where I needed to be. See, my story starts in Glen Cove, New York, which is a small city outside of a big one. And through elementary school, middle school, high school, I had this stutter that would cycle in and out of my life. It would pop up and fall at certain times, where I was repeating the beginning of the same words again and again and again. And it wasn't until senior year in high school that I was forced to step out of my comfort zone. There was one class left I needed to take, and guess what it was? Public speaking with Mr. Zybert. I'll never forget him. And in the very first class, he told us that the final assignment was going to be a 10-minute presentation on any topic we wanted, anything that was dear to our heart. So I immediately went home to my father and I said, "Dad, what should I talk about? A 10-minute presentation. I've never done anything like this." He said, "Son, just be you. Be the real you." So now I'm confused again. The real me, what other me would I be? I didn't know there was multiple me's. So I took some time to think about it, and it came to me quite naturally that I had to take on the #1 topic floating around all cafeterias by me. Who was the greatest rapper alive? Tupac or the Notorious B.I.G.? So I prepared my evidence, my slides, my quotes. I was ready. I was ready. And on the day of the presentation, when the camera rolled and I had the students' attention, all of that went out the window and I spoke from the heart. After the presentation, the students gave me a standing ovation. I was in my element, an element I didn't even know I had. Fast forward a couple of years, I'm a teacher in New York City, teaching English in Harlem, New York. I knew it was my responsibility to help kids improve not only their communication, but their character. And every day we'd work on reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills. And I was honored to be a witness to their growth, not only in academics, but with their integrity, with their personal responsibility, with how they spoke to each other. Soon after teaching them English for a couple of years, the principal came to me and she said, "Jeff, what's going on in the classroom is great, but we need more of you. We want you to be the dean." I said, "The dean? I'm not a dean, I'm a teacher. This is what I do." She said, "Jeff, It's time to do more. So after deaning at the school for a couple of years, I remember every day encouraging the kids, coaching the kids, mentoring the students, letting them know that they can do anything that it is they want to do, that they can break any cycle of poverty, crime, drug abuse, victimization that they wanted to. And I let them know that it was okay to do something different than from what everyone around them was doing. After saying that for some time, some of those affirmations and declarations I made to them went within. And I realized I was talking to not only them, but I was talking to myself. And I started asking myself, Jeff, are you being everything you're capable of? Are you seeing everything you're capable of? And are you experiencing life at your highest level? At that point, my fiance and I, we sat down, we had a serious conversation, and we knew it was time to go teach abroad. And so to India it was. I never knew that this shy kid with a stutter would become an English teacher. I never knew that I would become a teacher in India. And I never knew that I would be speaking in various countries to various audiences around the world. And I didn't know that my journey would lead me to you today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not telling you to step out of your comfort zone to embrace pain for no reason. And I'm not telling you to step out of your comfort zone because it looks good and sounds good on a poster. It's even deeper than making your parents and your teachers proud. See, I believe that we're all here to make a difference. I believe that we're all here to be a catalyst for positive change. But that only happens when we challenge ourselves. That only happens when we're true to ourselves. Emerson once said that in a world that's trying to constantly change who you are, the greatest accomplishment will be being yourself. Another quote that always stuck with me is that life is not about finding yourself. It is about creating yourself. And this is your time in school to create yourself. So there are 4 things I want you to think about when you leave here today. 4 things for you to get closer to yourself. The first thing, get to know yourself. Many times we get so used to spending time with other people and doing what other people want us to do, what other people think we should do, that we forget to spend time with ourselves. Many times we know other people so well that we don't even know ourselves. Take some time to define you. Number 2, as you heard other speakers say today so gracefully, master your craft. Your mind will change, I guarantee it. What is important to you today might change later, but develop the habit of mastering your craft. Commit to excellence. Number 3, you're in this outstanding university with outstanding people who are doing great things. Connect with them. Build relationships. Build relationships with people who are doing what you want to do. They might already even be there. Take some time to get to know the people around you. And number 4, become the most positive and enthusiastic person you know, because your journey will not be easy. It doesn't matter what family you come from, what city you come from, or what your goal is. You're going to be faced with challenges again and again and again, and they won't let up. They'll just get bigger, and you'll have to get better at handling them. A wise woman once told me, she said, Jeff, when you realize that you were born to fly, nothing remains the same again. Ladies and gentlemen, the world needs all of you, and it needs the real you. Thank you so much. That's my time. Thank you.